My name is Langavena. I'm a content creator, entrepreneur, and macro influencer. I've been doing content creation and social media for the last 5 years, and I have my own social media marketing agency. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys the basics of social media and social media strategies that you should look out for in 2021. So, I'm going to be breaking down this video into various parts. 1 being the platforms, 2 being the growth, 3 being the management, 4 being the do's and the don'ts, and lastly, the strategies that you should be looking at in 2021. The first platform we're going to be looking at is Facebook. Now, this is a juggernaut in the social media world. It's been around for probably the longest times out of all of its competitors, and it is the leading social media platform in 2021. It is amazing for business and for growing your social media presence. It has actually become the leading platform for advertisers in 2021. It has purchased apps like Instagram and WhatsApp and has become the leading and the forefront pioneer of social media apps, where you can literally sell anything from second-hand items to products and services to even its groups where you can meet like-minded people and various people in your industry. And then we have Instagram, which is a platform that allows people to engage through their photos and videos in a way that they couldn't have ever done before. It is one of the most efficient platforms for businesses to use in 2021. It allows you to showcase your brand like you never have before. To put it simply, your business doesn't exist if it doesn't have an Instagram page. Your audience and customers aren't able to find you if they can't find you on Instagram, and it becomes very hard for your brand to build presence and compete with its competitors. So the next platforms are your short format content platforms, which are TikTok and Triller. These platforms have come into rise in 2020, especially during the pandemic, because a lot of people were at home and they are consuming short format content because the attention span on social media is very short for the average user. TikTok has done well by being a community-driven platform that allows for remixable content, and it allows you to become viral easier compared to platforms like Instagram and Facebook. Twitter is a highly respected platform at the moment because it's managed to keep its presence since it started. Twitter is also a great platform, like I said, for customer service. You're able to engage and answer questions to people that have questions about your business or your service. And yeah, it hasn't changed much. It's also super informative. There's a lot of news that reaches Twitter before any other platform, and which is another reason that people are attracted to Twitter. The fact that you're able to get news instantly instead of waiting for a post on Facebook or Instagram or actual TV. Twitter is real-time news, but there's also a lot of fake news on Twitter, so you should be wary of that. So in terms of growth on social media, at the moment the best strategy you could possibly use is follow for follow. So that is pretty much following accounts that have similar interests to you, or following accounts that have mutual friends with you and that like similar pages to you, or follow similar people to you, and growing from there. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook have made it extremely hard to grow your social media presence because it is hard for new people to discover your page on Instagram because of the amount of advertisers on the platform and the amount of barriers there are to actually finding a unique account. Another way to grow right now on social media is to just use growth services, just because of the fact that it is really hard to grow your presence on social media by yourself or organically at the moment. Using growth services that you can just search on Google is probably the way to go, or using an agency or digital marketer or social media manager or marketer that can help you grow your presence and grow your account on social media. Other than that, you can always be on top of trends. That is probably also one of the top ways to do it at the moment. Just being aware and always jumping on a new trend early. So if it's a viral dance or a viral tweet or a viral post, making sure that you're engaging with that and making content around that. Collaboration is very key in terms of social media and growing your brand and growing your personal brand and growing your followers. Just collaborating with bigger accounts or collaborating with other creators that have similar interests to you, that post similar content to you, but on a bigger scale. Your audience is then able to cross-pollinate into each other, and their audience is able to find you, and your audience is able to find them, and that is also a really good way at growing your social media presence, collaboration. Cool, and now we'll get into some do's and don'ts. So, in terms of do's, as I mentioned before, on social media you want to be consistent. You want to be posting content on a regular basis, which helps your account grow and people to stay interested in what you're posting. You also want to be authentic. authentic content always wins. The real content always wins. Engage with your followers as much as you can. Your followers want to feel like they're actually your friend and they want to support you throughout your journey. So that connection that you make with them is super important, and whenever you're posting to a social media platform, you're basically updating your friends. Whether you follow them back or not, there's still people that clearly support you because they're following what you do. So if they compliment you in a comment, it's always important that you show love back and you respond to them, because at the end of the day, they are supporting what you're creating. And yeah, lastly, it's just quality content. At the end of the day, people will always find and stick to quality content that is consistent. If you're posting quality content on a consistent basis, then your account will grow. So let's get into management. When you're managing a social media account, what you want to be doing is staying consistent, engaging with your audience, posting regularly, having a scheduled day or scheduled weekly post or daily post on your feed is highly essential when it comes to managing a social media page. In 2021, 65% of influencer marketing budgets will increase due to the fact that teens actually trust influencers more than they trust celebrities. So an article actually came out saying that 75% of teens will trust a social media influencer than a celebrity. We actually saw political parties partner up with influencers like David Dobrik, who did a competition where he gave away Teslas to his audience if they voted. Some other companies that have implemented great influencer strategies are companies like Uber, Bolt, and even McDonald's. These companies have been able to create campaigns that actually become organic and speak to their target audience directly. Here you can see an example of an influencer post. You can actually see it's tagged the brand here, and they've got a unique hashtag for the campaign. Some posts may even include hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored, because that is actually some of the guidelines in some countries. You have to indicate that it is a sponsored post or it is an ad post. As I said as well, viral media, that is actually creating conversation on a massive scale by posting something that is controversial or something really funny to incite a reaction to a crowd. So a lot of businesses will actually deliberately post content that they know is controversial to gain traction to their brand. For example, Burger King commenting on McDonald's posts, or creating a post that will incite a reaction out of the audience, or a football team posting content that they usually wouldn't post to get a reaction out of the audience. That is a very good strategy in 2021. A lot of brands are actually posting like humans instead of posting like corporate companies to get that viral reaction at the moment. So those are the basics to social media and social media strategies in 2021. I hope this video was insightful and you learned a lot from it, and yeah, good luck.